PSU aluminum major Nalco has faced a shortage of coal over the last few months. Production has been lower as a result. Will this hurt the company's revenue? BL Bagra, Director of Finance at Nalco, now joins us to clarify exactly that. Mr. Bagra, thank you so very much for joining us on Market Sense. Now, there are reports that Nalco's aluminum production has been hit due to power shortage arising from a coal crisis. Now, can you quantify the impact in terms of production lost, and what kind of revenue losses are we talking about here?
Yes, it is true that the production of metal in our smelter, we are doing it at little less than its own installed capacity. It is because of a shortage of the electricity power coming from our captive power plant, and that is basically because of two reasons. One is we are not getting adequate coal, and for last 3 to 4 months we have been operating our captive power plant with 3 days consumption stock, which is a very low stock and always at a critical level, and that keeps us always on tenterhooks that we have to keep some stock in readiness so that we can avoid any damage to the smelter plant. So instead of the rated 185 kiloampere capacity, we are operating the smelter plant at 165 to 175 kiloampere. That reduces our production by almost 10 to 15%.
Right,
and
Mr.
because
Bagra,
of this less production, and our revenue directly are hit by the 10 to 15% which comes from the aluminium metal segment. As far as prices are concerned, the international LME prices of metal have been ranging between 1,900 to 2,050 for last couple of months, and but it is the weakening rupee which has come as a big relief to the aluminum producers in India, because all of us export half of our production and remaining half is sold in the domestic market, and even the prices in domestic markets are also aligned to the import parity, and therefore the weakening rupee has given us an occasion to increase the prices a little bit last week, and we hope that this price increase, which is roughly 4%, will help us in keeping these margins for the current Q2 at the appropriate levels. But we never know, if the rupee bounces back and if the LME also drops down, we may have to make some correction in due course. But we feel that in next 1 to 2 months the prices will be range bound between 1,900 to 2,100 for next 2 to 3 months. Therefore, there will not be any much of volatility in the domestic prices. We have focused on acquisition of mining assets abroad. Right now, we are not concentrating on a particular transaction or particular reserve. We are a sort of scouting around all over where for the non-ferrous metals. In Namibia, we are looking for uranium. In Mongolia, we are looking for uranium. In Chile, together with Hindustan Copper Limited, we are looking for some copper reserves. So we are almost right now exploring the possibilities which are the properties where we can have a detailed due diligence, and once we zero in, then we will start the serious negotiation with the owners or with the government there. Like in case of Mongolia, we are already in talks with the government of Mongolia for some uranium deposits, right, together with the Uranium Corporation of India.
Right.
So we are at a very, very preliminary stage in case of the mineral acquisitions abroad. Our capex plan for 11 and 12 is of the order of roughly 900 crore. Largely which will go towards the balance payment of ongoing second phase expansion plan, which is the brownfield expansion in fact, and the balance will go for the consultancy studies and various kind of surveys and exploration for the greenfield projects in India and abroad. And we are fully funded for that, because our cash reserves without any debt liability are enough to take care of next 2 years capex program. So we don't foresee any need to raise money in at least the current fiscal as well as the next fiscal. Out of this capex, we will be funding, as I told you, the ongoing second phase expansion, which is brownfield expansion, which will take our capacity of alumina production to 2.1 million ton. That will leave us more than 1 million ton of alumina surplus in hand. And since right now, next 3 to 4 years, we do not have any tied up our own smelting capacity in India or abroad to consume that much excess alumina. So that excess alumina will be sold and which has got a better margin yielding product. Therefore, our EBITDA will definitely increase quite a bit. And this increase in capacity as well as exportable surplus is a source of big comfort as far as the next fiscal is concerned, because we believe that this additional production will start coming from the January 11. So 2 months of the current fiscal and the full complete year of the next fiscal, we will have this excess alumina, which is a better margin product, as well as then it will be additional almost 500,000 to 600,000 tons, which will add to our EBITDA.